to everybody here, and what an honor it is. I'm completely grateful, and this isn't anything I ever planned on or dreamt of or anything, but I was telling some of the softball girls that I love Hall of Fame banquets. I love them. I get to, for whatever reason, I've been to a lot since in my lifetime. My mom and dad were part of my high school Hall of Fame, and every opportunity I have, I always try to go, and it never fails. I always cry. Listening to everybody speak and how inspiring it is, and what they went through, and what each athlete, goes through to be, however successful they need to be, and I truly am grateful for this, because I understand, one, how everybody who's involved in the committee and making something like this happen, and two, just what an honor it is to be in front of people and have an opportunity to speak. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, committee. I really appreciate it. With that being said, I just wanted to say that I did not ever expect to play softball in college. I expected to play basketball. My dad and I went to an argument at times, because there was one, I was probably like 7th grade, and I loved basketball. And I was good at basketball too. And he's telling me, Vanessa, you gotta choose, basketball or softball this season. And I'm just like, I'm gonna choose basketball. And he's like, well, no, you really aren't good. You're gonna play softball. And we argued, and I cried, and I was yelling, and I was like, no, what are you talking about? Because I was really good at basketball. Softball, I played right field and bench. Right field and bench. Right field and bench. And I didn't care. I was good at basketball, so it doesn't matter. I still had that. And, I'm really, really grateful that my dad saw something more, and he kept pushing me, because you think you know what you want, you think you know what's going to happen, and you don't. And I am very fortunate to have some amazing athletic brothers, and they all played baseball in college, and, there was something lined up for me bigger than what I thought. But, with that being said, I also told myself I was going to play in the WNBA. And the crazy thing is, the reason why I said that is because I have role models. The WNBA just came out. The Houston Comets were amazing, and they won like year after year after year. And so that's something that I could visually see myself doing. And it's just crazy what sports can do, and what type of motivation it can give you, or give a young athlete or young woman. And with that, the Olympics this summer, how amazing was the Olympics, for women in sports. And I myself, have my nieces, and I'm so proud that they got to see the Olympics, and how great, how much class they were able to compete with, and the level that they were at, and so graceful in everything they did. A little sad that softball wasn't able to be on that platform. But with that being said, it's really something to say with the 1979 team. What you're doing and what you've done is, none of that the Olympics this summer would have happened without women and teams like you to sacrifice, everything you've done, and you didn't have any role models. You were pioneers, literally pioneers in what you were doing, and you just did it, and you did it so amazingly. And anything that we have today is because of women like them. And I just wanted to tell them, thank you for all that you've done. Coming back to campus, they're like, man, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. We're so lucky, and you ladies, I was saying the same thing for Jamie, and I was like, gosh, we did this and that. Just imagine they didn't have anything. And it's because of you that we have your success. And so I just really want to make a point to let you know that that's very, very moving to me. I really am. 3 reasons, I think, about 3 reasons that why I was able to succeed in college. One, God has a better plan than we can ever imagine. I'm very, very grateful that it led me to softball and it got me here to TWU. And just like Coach said, I Texas Women's University. Yeah, let me go there. Yeah, wait. That sounds like the worst idea in the world. But once you get here, you're like, oh, this is beautiful, the facilities. And then, I didn't know who Coach Baker was. And she could tell me all day who she was and what she's done. And my dad and I were like, you should really listen to this lady. She says she's done all these things, and she's so confident in everything she says. And, it's really funny, but it's God knows. He really does. And I really, truly want to thank him because he's really taken care of me and given me the strength to get through it. And I know it's not as far as Jamie, but yeah, to me it felt very far being from home. And I needed him a lot, and he was there. So thank you. Also, I had 3 older brothers that I had no choice but to be competitive. And you guys stand up. You have to stand up. You have to see my brothers. You have to see how they are. I mean, from everything to, obviously sports and then beating me up, but eating was a big thing. It was so bad that they're laughing because they know that my mom would have to, we're all, like, I'd be outside playing or something, and she'd have to call me in first so I can go play food, because there's no seconds that came in. And my brother was like, especially if we ordered pizza. If we ordered pizza, oh my gosh. So I would get like 6 slices. I'm not kidding, 6. And, our brothers would come in later, and they're like, dang, that's not where's all the food? No, it's mine. And you got it. I had like a bunch on my plate. And so if I had a bunch on my plate, I would lick it. It was really, really fun. And like I said, I knew I was doing something good when I was playing like basketball with my brothers, and I started beating them in basketball. And I was in 5th grade, and they're in high school / going into college, like whatever, and I could beat them. So I started doing that, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be a basketball player. It gave me a lot of confidence having my brothers around, and rather it was, my big brother hitting me grounders. And I used to tell myself it's just Crystal Bustos hitting to me. Or my brother Marcus staying up till the middle of the night, hitting with me, and trying to break down my swing harder I can to make sure I didn't have any holes in it. And it's just the passion and the support that I had from my brothers was rare. And, they never kicked me out whenever they were doing stuff. They always let me tag along like that little sister could, and I was very fortunate, and I really am grateful for all they did and everything that they still do for me. So thank you. That family, that support I had, and I am very grateful for having a great father. And if you know me, and if you knew me during college, you knew that my dad was there, right there the entire time. And like I said, he knew, he saw what I could be and what I could do. And if I ever needed anything, I didn't have to ask. He was right there, and he could read my mind. Let's go take ground. Let's go. And we go. And my mom, she had to do it with my brothers, she had to do it with me, and, I'm not going to say the cleanest person, but I definitely do try to make sure everything's good. But we didn't do anything, and my brothers are horrible, and messy, and nasty, and stinky, and just everything, all the patience that she had, and, being there and supporting. She just wanted me to be happy. Always wanted me to be happy. And I'm happy. But, that's my family, and they're special, and very, very, very lucky. And also, I'd like to thank Francis and Marie. They actually are relatives of mine, and they live here, and they were supportive of me as well. And I want to thank you and every one of my friends, and Tori that's here, and supporting me, and Amra, and all you guys. What great support CW has, and all the people here, and very, very lucky. If you're a student here, you're very lucky to be here, and you have no idea how special the people are around you. Your professors, it's the athletics. You guys have it so good, so good. I've been fortunate enough to coach at a couple universities, and Division I, Division II, mid-major Division II, mid-major Division I, and all I can always say is TWU. I was like, man, we did it up at TWU. We went to the best. We stayed in the best hotel. We ate good. Our uniforms looked nice. Our facilities were top notch. You have no idea, especially compared to the other Division IIs. You are in a wonderful place with amazing support. You're not second. You're looked at as first. You're not going underneath a guys basketball team or a guys baseball team who never wins, but yet you're better. And it's just, you don't have to deal with any of that stuff. You have no idea how great you have it. And I really hope and truly hope you see what an opportunity it is to be here and what is happening in front of you every day. You have no idea, but you're getting shaped to be successful later on. And you're becoming leaders and you don't even know it. And you really need to make sure you take that opportunity to, use your platform right now, which is a successful student athlete, and you can share that with other people and not just, I'm here in college, I'm having a good time, and this is fun, and then walk away from it. Take advantage of what you can do with that platform and how much you can help other people. And young women, just like you, need role models. They need role models, and you're such great women, and you're here, which proves that. And so I see that now, and I just didn't realize how ready I was for the real world until I left. And I thank that to everyone who was in you and all the family. So thank you for that. And there's like Dr. Good and Dr. Myers and Dr. French, Coach Palmer, which I don't know if she's here, but she is. Beth Palmer. She was a big inspiration to me, and Dr. B, who's no longer with us, Dr. Hughes. Amazing women, amazing faculty, personnel. Just very, very fortunate and very lucky. Very lucky. Coach Baker, your passion, your fire, your heart, your fight, your knowledge from the game, for the game, has transcended many players in your career that you've touched, and I know that I can speak for all of them and how lucky we were to be touched by you. And if I am 1/10 of you as a coach, then I know I've done a good job. And you truly are a legend, a living legend right now. And if you don't know who she is, you will. Well, obviously you do now. She is rarity. There's nobody like her. And, you love it. What does it say? It's a love-hate relationship at times when you play with her, or play with her. But you love her. You love her for how much she pushes you. Although she doesn't mentally abuse anybody, but she everything she did, she had a purpose. And again, now that I'm older, you see that purpose, you see those reasons, and it's as clear as day. And so if your coaches are pushing you, ladies, just know it's all going to be there, but it's all over and said and done. So, but Coach Baker, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you do for TW and for everything you've done for me. Thank you. When I was here, just like Coach said, I never did all this. I never worked hard so I could be an All-American. I didn't work hard to be All-Conference. I really just truly worked hard so we could win. And we win a national championship, and we did St. Angela did, or St. Mary's did, unfortunately. Hey, I stuck my head, and that's all I care about. That's all I wanted to be the person that came through when my team needed. I didn't want to let them down, and I hope I was able to help them out. And we did get one conference title, so that was great. I like that. But again, it's truly something to win a national title, ladies. And I can't get over how amazing a feat that was. If I could go back in time and know what I know now, that would be to embrace failure. So I know that sounds weird, but you really need to embrace failure. Especially in the game of softball, you're going to fail when you succeed. And most people, what they do is, they fail and mentally they take themselves out of it. And by the time, they probably go the whole game, never making an adjustment because mentally they think they're focusing on this or that. But really, they should have said, okay, I did this wrong, and now I'm going to focus on this. And once I learned, which I honestly didn't learn until my senior year, to embrace failure, I wasn't able to be the player I needed to be. And with that being said, I tried to make sure that I never had one at bat that was more important than another at bat. I always try to make sure that I didn't focus on the situation. If there was bases loaded, to me it was no more important than the bat that I had prior to that. And I really made sure to use that and help me be successful. And it helped a lot. So embrace your failure. Don't be afraid of it, because your failures is what gives you the mental toughness to be successful. Because if you didn't fail, then how would you know how much and how hard you needed to fight? If you don't want to be in this losing position, it's because you've been there. You know what it feels like to be there, and you're not going to be there. So that's the only way for you to be successful. So that's one thing I would say. Second thing I would say is don't live with regret. It's the biggest price you'll ever pay. I try my best never to live with regret, especially my time here at TWU. But as a player, you have to have the same mental approach. Especially in you softball players, I'm speaking to you guys. Same mental approach. If one day you come out all excited, the next day you come out all flat. How are you supposed to be consistent when mentally you're never consistent yourself? I would say work on trying to figure out your mental approach and make sure it's consistent with what you can do to be successful. And you do that, you'll be great. There's probably only one regret that I have as a hitter here. It was my senior year, and I was doing really well and hitting very well. And I had a bad day in my mind. I had a bad day, and I took it on my own to bunt. And coach didn't give me the signal for it, but I decided to bunt because I didn't think I could get it done. And so I bunt, and You know, it didn't really work out for me. I wasn't that fast. And I didn't get on. I didn't catch defense off guard or anything like that. And, Coach Baker let me have it. What the heck are you doing? Why aren't you just swinging? And yeah, so that's my one regret. But, I honestly, overall, I believe you could, every day was a day to get better. And you could get better every day. And so that's what I try to do. And hopefully, and obviously, it seemed to work out in the end. I didn't know if it was, but I'm very grateful that everything did work out for me in my year in my career here. TWU has not only shaped my softball career, but it's shaped my life, and I'm very grateful for everyone here. Thank you, team, for everything you've done and sacrificed. You are truly special, and it is an honor to be getting inducted with you guys. I couldn't imagine a better class to be inducted with. Jamie, we have some great times. We had some great times, and Jamie and I were pretty close when she was here, and so this is perfect. This is a perfect night, and thank you, Hall of Fame Committee, for throwing such a beautiful event, getting a chance to relive one of the best at-bats I've ever had. And we're just playing softball here at Texas University. Thank you.